Why must spoil your liver? Why must spoil your liver? Why must spoil your liver? Then activate it. Some kind of way I can get it. Why must spoil your liver? Some kind of way you can do it for me. Why must spoil your liver? Yeah, some people go sleep and I wake up. I go sleep, I wake up, oh, wake up, eh. People hustle, no day, no day. Yeah. But my hustle bringing so much in. Whoa, why must spoil you for? Why must spoil you for? Why must spoil you for? See, I pay your blessing that no more thing. Tell it before you can do it again. All kind of thing can creep my skin. When you get my own, I go crack in my leg, oh no. Crack like a big boy. Jehovah, you make me a big boy. When they make it noise, I don't talk. Take a lepe, walking one side. The children say they bluffing, then they come and make me cripple. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Jehovah, you shower your blessings. Down to la Jawana. No, some kind of way I can get it. I must spoil you for. Way you can do it for me. I must spoil you for. Yeah. Some people go sleep and I wake up. Then I wake up. I go sleep, I wake up. I wake up, I wake up. People hustle, no day, no day. No day, no day. But my hustle bringing so much in. I must spoil you. I travel too far, I come back. Go America. I come back, I go Australia, I go Norway, I go Sweden, I come back, you can let me go Holland, you can let me go Germany, you can let me go Belgium. I keep tagging on me, let me for MTV. My parents be say on MTV, my man see me on MTV. Why am I spoiling for? Some kind of way I can get it. Why am I spoiling for? I must spoil you over. Oh, some people go sleep and I wake up. Then I wake up, then I wake up. I go sleep, I wake up, I wake up, I wake up. Oh,
these are 5 facts about breast cancer in under a minute. Every 13 minutes, a woman in the USA dies of breast cancer. 1 in 12 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. Breast cancer also affects men and kills 450 men in the USA every year. Exercise such as walking and a little light jog will reduce breast cancer by 30%. Breast cancer is one of the most survivable types of cancer.
Why must spoil your liver? Why must spoil your liver? Why must spoil your liver? Then activate it. Some kind of way I can get it. Why must spoil your liver? Some kind of way you can do it for me. Why must spoil your liver? Yeah, some people go sleep and I wake up. I go sleep, I wake up, oh, wake up, eh. People hustle, no day, no day. Yeah. But my hustle bringing so much in. Whoa, why must spoil you for? Why must spoil you for? Why must spoil you for? See, I pay your blessing that no more thing. Tell it before you can do it again. All kind of thing can creep my skin. When you get my own, I go cocky my leg on no. Cock like a big boy. You know what?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is another edition of Platform for Education, and your host is Demons Kaklape, broadcasting from Pennsylvania, United States of America. Merry Christmas to everyone. Merry Christmas to the listening audience, to my brothers and sisters, nephew in Liberia. We know you guys are going through a hard time, economic hard time at this particular time. But as we continue to pray, we know the country will come to a place of pleasure. It will come to a place that we all can live and enjoy. It will come to a place of health. It will come to a place of good education. It will come to a place that we can take care of ourselves. We can feed ourselves agriculturally. So let's just look up to God. And He's on the way. He's preparing everything that we have lost. And we will get everything back. Everything that we have lost, we'll get it back. All right? So our topic today is the myth, or something like, how you call it, the belief that high blood pressure medicine can cause impotency. So for that reason, many of our friends, our brothers and sisters in the United States, even in the diaspora or in Liberia, do not want to be compliant to the doctor's order, do not want to agree with the doctors to take their high blood pressure medicine, because it will cause them to be impotent. You see, that's what we want to talk about today. High blood pressure medicine can cause impotency. But let's discuss it. Let's discuss it today. If you have any question, I will let you give me a call, and so that we can discuss it on the phone. All right, I will put my phone number over here so that you will see. And so let me see where I can find my phone number, somewhere around. Okay, let me see my phone number, because that is very, 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 very much important. All right? So, high blood pressure medicine to cause impotency. It is not false. It is true. All right? It is true. Some high blood pressure medicine can cause impotency. But for a medicine to cause impotency, it has to be taken for a long time. Anything that you take inside your mouth, you swallow. Okay? You swallow. And after you swallow it, it will take maybe an hour before that medicine will melt. Then it will be absorbed in the food that you're eating. Then when they absorb into the food, it means that it has been spread. It go through the intestine, it go through the blood vessel, and it get into the blood before it can cause that impotency. So in other words, you will not just take this high blood pressure medicine today and tomorrow you become impotent. No, it doesn't work like that way. It doesn't work that way. Even for any medicine to work on you, if you swallow the medicine, for any medicine to work on you, it takes time. Medicine that works faster on you, the medicine that we put inside your vein, it works faster, very fast. The medicine that we put in your muscle, it works fast. The medicine that we put in your Mouth is little slower. It will work, but it's a little slower. The medicine we put in your mouth is slower than the one we put in your muscle, and the one we put in your muscle is slower than the one we put in your vein. So if we want the medicine to work very fast, let's say you develop pneumonia, all right? You develop pneumonia, you can't breathe. You're having a hard time breathing, all right? We take you to the hospital. And when we check you, we find out that you cannot breathe. We do your oxygen level is very low, in the 80 or 70, something like that. It means that you are not getting air enough. One, you don't have air enough, that trouble coming. So in order to help you out, we will be giving you artificial oxygen to help you get more oxygen. But we're going to put you down and then locate your vein and put the needle in your vein right away and give you some medicine for that pneumonia. One that medicine go inside your blood in the vein, it will go all around, because the only medium of transportation for the body is the blood. That's the only way. The blood, if you want, if we're giving medicine to you for your head, we got to put it in your blood. We're giving medicine to you for any part of your body, we got to put it in the blood. If the medicine cannot get inside the blood, it's not going to work. All right? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Some medicine will work that for the skin, the one that covering your muscle, something on your skin that we can see, and we just take the little ointment and put it on it. Okay, it will do something right there. Right there, it will do something. It doesn't have to be all over, Just like we are, they have prepared another medicine for prostate cancer, right? When they gave you this medicine, it only go to the prostate cancer, and it only kill the cancer cell. It will not kill the surrounding cell. You see? So that is the different medicine that they have just discovered and that they are fixing, and it is very good compared to the medicine they call chemotherapy or chemo medicine that they gave for cancer generally. Because when they give you chemo inside your blood, the chemo can kill the cancer cell, and it can kill the good cell. That's why many people who got cancer do not live long. You see, it killed the cancer cell, and it break the blood cell, it killed the other cells. So in that way, you are not healthy before getting this cancer. Once they start giving you the chemo, it will bring you down, and that person may not live. So this medicine now they face, now they call a medicine for prostate cancer. They give it, the one they give it to you, it goes straight, it only intended for the cancer of the prostate, and it will only kill the cells of the prostate, the cancer cell of the prostate, but the good cell of that prostate will be spared, will not be killed by that medicine. That's the good one. So in order for medicine to work on you, you will have if you taking this medicine in your mouth, you will have taken it for a very long time. The first medicine we gave to any high blood pressure patient, you go to the hospital. Let's say you are just in your 30s. Now you turn 40. Now you turn 45. You go to the hospital for physical examination. We go and find out that your blood pressure is, the upper part is 140 and the lower part is 88 or 89. Then we say, well, it's like you developing high blood pressure. Now we'll do all the tests on you. We will first of all establish that your artery is not clogged. We're going to establish that you don't have diabetes, you see, and all those little tests we do. We want to establish that you got enough blood and other things like that. We're going to establish that your heart is beating normally. We're going to establish that, all that. Now, when we finish with that, we come back and say to you, stand up. You stand up, we take your blood pressure. You sit down, we take your blood pressure. You lie down, we take your blood pressure. All right? We will take it 3 times. Then you come back to the hospital. after maybe another month, we do your blood pressure. It stay in the same range. All right. Then we tell you, say, okay, go and come back again. But from now on, we tell you, say, don't eat like palm oil, forget about cheese, forget about you know, this hamburger and other things, because they have fat in it. Because we know when you start eating the fat, it can help to increase your cholesterol level and other things like that. So we will try to educate you on what food to eat. You see, any health program come with education of the food that you should eat and the exercise that you should take. You see, because your body is like a machine. You have to maintain it. You have to keep it. You have to make sure that you take good care of your body. All right. So if you maintain your body, if you have this health program, we tell you, say you got a high blood pressure, but refrain from eating fatty food. All right. But exercise normally and regularly. Those are things that you would do. Sometimes when you are growing or you are not doing exercise, so when you come to that point and you find out that your blood pressure is a little high, we will let you know. Try to take some do some exercise. You got to walk a mile a day, or you have to do some jogging, or you have to do some weight lift, or you have to go to the gym and do some little exercise at least 1 or twice a week, you know, and that's something. So at most of the time when you have this kind of health condition concerning your heart or pressure, it nearly can change your lifestyle. The way you want to live, and not how you got to be. You got to, if you don't want to do exercise, you got to learn to do exercise. If you don't want to eat certain type of food, you got to learn to eat certain type of food now. You see? So that's what will happen. We check you 3 times on doctor visit. When we found out the 3 times you have come to the doctor, we check you, your pressure has been completely high, then we declare you now as a high blood pressure patient. Now the first medicine we're going to give you is a water pill. We call that hydrodiuretic. It's a water pill. That water pill, when you take it, you pee too much. You see that? When you take that water pill, you pee. And the more you pee, okay, the pressure comes down. Because if your pressure is high, you know, and the blood, you have the same amount of blood that going through all the body, and you have the same amount of force that the heart is using to pump the blood all over, you know, it becomes something. So as a result, what we want to do is to reduce the amount of reduce, let's say, let's reduce the volume, okay, the volume of blood, by making the kidney to filter the blood faster so that you pee. When you pee, the blood volume is not reduced, and the heart can pump it with no force ahead of it. But again, we want to know what are inside your blood vessel. It is not narrow. We want to know that also. That's why we'll be doing some of those tests. But the first medicine we gave you here, we call that water pill. That's the one you take. That water pill, if you take it for a long time, it can also cause impotency. If you take it for a long time. Because mind you, you take it today, it will melt a little bit. Small will go inside your blood vessel. Then, you know, it will go out. You know, and the kidney will filter, and you pee. It come out. You take some again tomorrow, the kidney will filter, it go up. Little bit left in your blood, though. Little bit left in your blood. But it had to be piled up. You have to be taking it pile up and pile up and pile up before it can have this impotency effect. You see what I mean? They are not giving it to you in your muscle. We are not giving you the water pill in your blood. We are not giving it to you in your vein. That's not what we're doing. It's not giving it to you in your vein. We're not giving it to you in your muscle, we only giving it to you in your mouth so that it had to melt and it had to be digested, it had to be absorbed inside the blood before the kidney can now know that something is still asking me to filter. Now, a filter now, the water had to be released, you had to pee. You see? But as a filter, is also the medicine is also being filtered out along with the urine. You see? But little bit is left in your body. That one thing you got to know, little bit is left in your body. But that little bit will not have effect to cause impotency. Maybe where we want you to understand is this. If you go to the hospital and we have checked you 3 times on your visit, 3 times, and your blood pressure constantly high, before the doctor can give you any medicine, establish, let the doctor know, say, doc, yeah, I want you to do a test on me for impotency, or I want you to do my heart steady fight before you give me any medicine for high blood pressure. Okay, so the doctor is going to do your fasting blood sugar. We want to know whether you got diabetes. Have you been taking any other medicine? That's why we always like to ask you, have you been taking any medicine before for diabetes? Are you diabetic? No, I'm not diabetic. Have you had any heart problem? You got heart failure? No, I don't have anything. Are you hypertensive? No, I don't have that. Have you heard that? Have you been told by any doctor that you got coronary artery disease? You have some chest pain or anything like that? We will ask you all these questions because all these abnormality and their drug can cause impotency. All right? You may not have high blood pressure. You just have a diabetes type 2 that you're taking medicine. But mind you, the medicine that you take, it affects you in that way. How long have you been taking that medicine? If you even have a diabetes, it's the worst thing because that becomes lifetime. It can only be controlled, but you are never going to kill the diabetes and say, oh, my diabetes killed. No, you can only control it because diabetes means blood sugar is high. You eat, the food is digested. You eat carbohydrate, especially carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is when we eat it, that is, carbohydrates are rice, potato, those are starches food. Rice, potato, macaroni, bread, yam, and all those things. All right? Those are all carbohydrates. When we eat it, when it breaks down, it gives us sugar. The end gives us sugar. That's why the body used for us to be strong, to run, to work, to do anything, to have energy. We get energy from the breakdown of carbohydrate. It gives us that energy. All right? That sugar we get from that carbohydrate, it absorbs, it go into the blood. All right? When it get into the blood, there are little things sitting near the pancreas. They call a beta cell that's supposed to secrete a small hormone they call insulin. When it secrete that insulin, the insulin into the blood, the insulin will get into that blood. It will open the blood vessel up, and the sugar will leave the blood and get inside the cell. So in other words, then you will be strong to move around. But if the cell do not have the sugar, but the sugar it stays sitting in the blood, in your blood vessel, you will be weak. Okay, you'll be tired because you will not have energy. So as a result, when the kidney filter your blood, some of the sugar will spill in the urine. Sometimes we do urine tests, we do the dipstick, we show to other, you got urine, you got sugar in your urine. You see? So that's what happened. But when we know that you got sugar in your urine, all we want to know, most of the time, diabetes will come about because little amount of insulin is being secreted by the beta cell, or you have a resistant insulin resistant. So that means the cell cannot be the insulin is not completely able to open the cell, or go inside the blood and then open the blood vessel, get the sugar or pass it on to the cell. Something there is not working properly. That's the resistance. Some resistance is happening through that mechanism for the insulin to go inside the blood and open the blood vessel, take the sugar off, open the cell for the cell to go in there. For the sugar to go in the cell. Then once the cell get those sugar, you become strong again. But if there's a resistance through that mechanism, that will lead you to diabetes. A small amount of insulin is being secreted by the beta cell, that may lead you to diabetes. Okay? But most of the time, they say that the person got diabetes. What do? We just tend to give you insulin. But are we actually finding the cause? Are we treating the cause? Or we just giving you insulin to make sure that your sugar should not be high? Because if your sugar continue to be high, what do? It become high, you get into another big problem. Okay? It get into another big problem. Your sugar become high, it destroy your blood vessel first thing. You see? If it destroy your blood vessel, remember, the blood carry food, the blood carry water, the blood carry oxygen. 3 important things the blood carry. And it's up. So, if the blood carrying all these things, and you got sugar and sitting in the blood vessel destroy the inside of your blood vessel, and that place is like the road, you pave the road. All right, the road is clean, but what happened today? It's snow, right? The people came and graded the snow up with the tractor or something. Now, when they were trying to grade it, they scraped some part of the road, and that place has a ditch. All right, that's what we call potholes. It has a ditch. Now, when that happened, now nobody will close it out right away. All right, but when you're driving your car, you think your car will drive smooth? It will move that smooth? No. When you get in that pothole, boom, something happened to your tire. So what happened? The sugar in your blood destroy the inside of that blood vessel. That blood vessel inside there is not smooth no more. As the blood pass, some part of something inside the blood vessel, in that blood, stay in that, it stay right in that place that is being cracked. It stay building up. It will not be smooth. It will be building up. So when you come there, when the blood passing through over there, the amount of blood that's going to pass smoothly, it will not be. The force between there will be a little bit harder because there's a narrowing has occurred. All right, that what we said, blood sugar is not good for the blood vessel. It damages the blood vessel. If it damages the blood vessel, it causes the blood vessel to develop this atherosclerosis, fats. The blood is not all that clean. There are a whole lot of things in the food. There are a whole lot of food in the blood. So some, as it pass through, some stay on that wall where that break had occurred. So it become harder. The blood vessel can break. If that hardness happen into the brain, the heart pump the blood with that force. If it get to that area, and that because the inside is not narrow, it's very narrow, but the amount of blood that coming is more then they can pass in the narrow area just like that. Without force, boom, that artery break. If it happen in the head, they say, oh, the person has stroke. These are the things that happen. You see? But before we start giving you high blood pressure medicine, we will want to first establish that you do not have any of these diseases. Sometimes you can have it and you don't know. You see? But we want to establish that you don't have diabetes. We want to establish you don't have coronary artery disease. We want to establish that you don't have high blood pressure. We want to establish that you don't have heart failure. You see? So our brothers and sisters are just getting trouble. They continue to have these high blood pressure, but when they tell them to take the medicine, they say no, we can't take the medicine because it will cause impotency. So they want to still have strong sexual mechanism instead of helping themselves, instead of lowering or controlling their blood pressure. So as a result, majority of our brothers just die like that. They keep dying just like that. Because when you have stroke, sometimes you are alone in the house, you have stroke, you fall down, nobody there, you're done. So many people, many men are dying of high blood pressure. Many men are dying of high blood pressure. Many of them know that they have high blood pressure, but they refuse to take the medicine because they believe the medicine is going to cause them impotency. That's the problem that killing many of these people. So we are saying high blood pressure medicine does cause impotency, but you have to take it for a very, very long time. But at the same time, you're taking it, you know that it will cause impotency. You will cause impotency. Therefore, what you want to do is do some exercise. Start doing some exercise. All right? Do some exercise. Keep doing some exercise. If you do some exercise, it will help the blood vessel. Blood vessel get constricted, get dilated, get constricted, get dilated, constricted, dilated, and you get used to that. It will reduce the pressure. The more you do one thing over and over, like you do exercise and your muscle become bigger, but you keep doing exercise off and on, off and on, off and on, off and on. You get used to that. It will condition your heart. It will condition your body, your whole body. Your body is look like a car. You got a new car, you have to service it. You have to change your oil every 3,000 miles, right? But you don't do that, what happened? You got oil there. The car will start sounding like an old car. Same thing with the body. When you are from birth until you are 18, 20, around that time, nothing, you don't need anything because you just need to be exercising and running this and that all the time. But after that time, you have to start servicing some part of your body. You see? And this is time you go to the hospital, and check. Because when you are born, we're already checking you. You go to the hospital, we check you. We want to see whether you got childhood diseases and other things like that. We're giving you medicine, we're giving you vaccine and other things like that until you come to 18. You see? When you come to 18 now, you want to be a man now for yourself. You finish high school, you're going to college, and you'll be working, doing things. You have to have your own place. Now you're living, you're married, you got children. Now, your stress level has increased. You see, your stress level now become high because you're thinking, you're worrying about this and that. Your cortisol level become to increase. It come out, and this is where sometimes people just put it in a joking form. Everybody in America got high blood pressure because by the time you leave your house and step outside there and get in your car, your pressure go up. You see? You get on that road in that car, somebody blowing pom 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 pom, or you thinking somebody you are supposed to be to work at 7 and somebody standing on the road driving at 5 miles per hour and you can't pass by that person, your stress level go up. You see, your pressure is going high. So everybody does have high blood pressure in America. There are nobody in America without high blood pressure. Everybody does. You see? So the medicine will cause it, but you have to take the medicine for a very, very long time. And one of the ways to get to reduce that incident is doing exercise and changing your diet. All right? This is what we're talking about today. So we'll come back and we'll take a little break and come back and give you another talk on diabetes. All right? Let's take a break.
Why must spoil liver? Why must spoil liver? Why must spoil liver? Then activate it. Some kind of way I can get it. Why must spoil liver? Some kind of way you can do it for me. Why must spoil liver? Yeah. Some people go sleep and I wake up. I go sleep, I wake up, oh, eh. People hustle, no day, no day. But my hustle bring it so much in. Oh, why must spoil liver? Why must spoil liver? Why must spoil liver? See, but pay your blessing that no more thing. Tell it before you can do it again. All kind of thing can creep my skin. When you get my own, I go cock in my leg, oh no. Cock like a big boy. You know why you make me a big boy. When they make it noise, I don't talk. Take it like walking one side. The students say they bluff it, then they come in, they be great boy. Blessings on blessings on blessings. You over, you shower your blessings. Don't tell a Jawana. No, some kind of way I can get it. I must spoil liver. Way you can do it for me. I must spoil liver. Yeah. Some people go sleep and I wake up. Then I wake up. I go sleep, I wake up. I wake up, I wake up. Yeah. People hustle, no day, no day. No day, no day. But my hustle bring it so much in. Oh, I must spoil liver. I travel too far, I come back. Go America, I come back. I go Australia, I go Norway, I go Sweden, come back. You can let me go Holland, you can let me go Germany, you can let me go Belgium. I came back and nominate me for MTV. I be represent on MTV. My man see me on MTV. Why am I spoiling for some kind of way I can get it? Why am I spoiling for? Go sleep and I wake up. Then I wake up. Then I wake up. I go sleep. I wake up. I wake up. I wake up. Oh, hustle no day, no day. Then I get it. But my hustle bring it so much in. My hustle. I must spoil. I must spoil. I must spoil.
My dad was so tired. He had severe diarrhea and profuse vomiting. My mum was so worried about him, and so was I. I took my father to see a doctor. The doctor suspected that he had cholera.
Profuse vomiting, watery diarrhea and sunken eyes are typical symptoms of cholera. We have seen a number of cases of cholera in this area recently. Watery diarrhea and profuse vomiting result in severe dehydration and can lead to death if not treated promptly. So treatment should start immediately by taking oral rehydration salts to compensate for the rapid loss of bodily fluids and minerals. If your father is severely dehydrated, he'll need to go to the hospital to be given intravenous fluids. We need to take a stool culture to see if it is cholera. There's no need to worry. Cholera can be easily treated, but only when one seeks medical care quickly, as you did. Cholera is not an airborne disease. It cannot be transmitted through coughing or sneezing. The bacteria that causes cholera is found in the feces of infected people, and infection may be spread.
We are back. Good morning again. It is now 9:43. This is the Liberian Radio and Television Network. This is the platform for education. We are educating you on your health. What we're discussing this morning is high blood pressure medicine causing impotency in men. All right? We're trying to encourage the men to stop leaving their medicine and saying that it will cause them impotency, so they don't want to take it. And the more they leave their medicine, they are not taking it, many of them get heart trouble, they get heart attack, they get stroke, and they fall and something go wrong, and many of them just die. So we don't want it that way. Try to save yourself. That's the whole point of you going to the hospital, so that you can control the pressure. We may not know what causing the pressure. Maybe the pressure is caused because you got diabetes. Maybe you have pressure because you have developed corrosive artery. You see? So many things can cause pressure, because especially those of you who were in the war. Now let me let you know, majority of you that were in the war, who were safe and went to the refugee camp, and you are here one way or another on different immigrant visa, you can develop, you will most of the time have high blood pressure. You understand? Because you were exposed to stress. You were exposed to a mechanism that increase your cortisol level, because you are completely thinking, and you have